My name is Tony Lehman. I am one of the trustees for the Centerville Education Foundation, and I just want to welcome you to the 41st Annual Hall of Fame Banquet. Before we begin tonight's program, I do want to thank the jazz ensemble from Centerville High School that played during the cocktail hour and all the way up till now. Their names did not make it into the program tonight, so I just wanted to make sure that we recognize them. They are actually known as the Burnin' Four because their director is Bill Burns. So we have the musicians are seniors, Andrew Curtis, Adam Huff, Luke Larimer, and Jack Rothstein. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you, guys. I'll see you at school tomorrow. Don't be late. Finally, I want to mention our two great interns, Claire Driley and Kate Paulson. Stand up. Stand up. There we go. Claire and Kate are both from the class of 2025 and part of the marketing block program at Centerville. They've worked tremendously to expand our social media outreach over the course of the school year, but they'll be graduating in just a few weeks. So we want to congratulate them and say thank you for all of your hard work and your volunteer service to CEF this year. So thank you. Claire will be attending Miami University to major in marketing, and Kate is going to the University of Louisville to study business and marketing. So, all right. Now I'd like to bring up Dave Gorell. He is the president of Centerville Education Foundation to move on with the next portion. Thank you.
So I guess before we begin tonight, as Tony said, I'm Dave Gorell. I'm the president of the Centerville Education Foundation, which honestly just means I have no other talents other than to help everybody else fulfill their roles on the board itself. So, yes, exactly. Also, I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize the people that made this evening such a great success as we're all enjoying it tonight. The committee that puts on this event includes Allison, Rajiv, Kristen, Susan Ralston as well, and of course Tony. So if you guys, thank you so much for all your work, and the rest of the trustees as well for everything that they do throughout the year. They do a great job, and I'm sure you're all enjoying it because of the work that they do. So let's give them a round of applause. And additionally, I'd like to recognize the sponsors for this evening's program and the event as well. The Centerville Noon Optimists, of which I think many of you are part of that organization that are here tonight. A big, huge thank you to all of you who are continuing to support the Centerville Education Foundation and all the work that we do. Also, the Dayton Squash Center, and their sponsorship allows us to put on this evening as well. In addition, we've had great contributions from the Heart of Centerville, Washington Township, the community organization. In 2024, the Centerville Education Foundation was selected as one of the sponsored charities, and we were so appreciative of their generosity, which was really good, and we want to thank them. And I know there's some folks here from the Heart of Centerville, so let's give them a big round of applause as well. The Centerville Education Foundation was established in 1983 to promote excellence in education. The primary goal of a foundation was to raise money to help fund classroom projects, which many of you are recipients of those proceeds. So in the booklet that's at your table, each of the programs that have been supported are highlighted there for you to take a look at and review. I guess if you've been a recipient of one of those teacher grants, why don't you stand up so we can recognize you? And yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Awesome. In addition to raising money for the teacher grants, the annual Hall of Fame, this event tonight, is a celebration of the achievements of the men and women who have made outstanding contributions to the Centerville City Schools. Tonight's inductees and those of past years are listed in the program and also on the website under the Hall of Fame tab. Tonight we have many special attendees. The Centerville Board of Education members, Allison Dernbaugh, Amanda Graff, David Rohr, and Megan Sparks are here as well. Thank you. Centerville School Superintendent John Westney and former superintendents Tom Henderson, Gary Smiga, Frank DePalma, and former Assistant Superintendent Terry Riley. Thank you for being here. Several of our elected officials are here as well this evening. Centerville Mayor Brooks Compton, Washington Township Trustees Scott Paulson and Brian Lunny, and former trustee Dale Berry, who happens to be the father of our outstanding educator inductee, Amy Mount. In addition, we have Willis Blackshear as well, our Ohio State Senator. Thank you. Another recognition is the several of our former Hall of Fame inductees are here this evening. So please hold your applause on this one until we get a chance to recognize everybody. But Francine Riley, the Centerville Optimist Club, Dave McDaniel, Jenny Rohr, Lori Aaronsberger, Frank DePalma, Kelly Peters, Dr. David Rohr, Brandon Barametti, Beth Myers, and Tom Henderson. I hope I didn't forget anybody. If I did, everybody stand up and we'll give you a group applause. A number of the past Excellence in Education recipients are here as well tonight, including Amy Mount, Mindy Klein, Gary Smiga. Will you all please stand and be recognized? Thank you. One other recognition, it's always kind of a pleasure to see how many of our Centerville graduates return to the system to serve as teachers. So if you are in that category as a Centerville graduate and have returned, please stand so we can recognize you. We are very fortunate to have, as a member of our Centerville, Washington Township community, Gary Smiga as our Master of Ceremonies for this evening. Gary's been with the Washington Township as the fiscal officer since April of 2018. Most of you know that prior to this, he served Centerville City Schools for 36 years in a wide variety of roles. He taught at Weller, Tower Heights, John Hole, and he was the principal at Stingley for 4 years, and then at Klein for 10. He then moved downstairs to the district office, where he was the director of curriculum and personnel from 1992 to 1996, director of business operations from 1996 to 98. He was then the assistant superintendent from 1998 to 2004, and served as the superintendent from 2005 to 2009. Following his retirement, he spent 7 years directing nonprofits for the Dayton Foundation, including 7 as director of the Montgomery County College Promise Program, and 2 as executive director of the Dayton-Montgomery County Scholarship Program. A 39-year member of Centerville Noon Optimist Club, Gary is past president and served 9 years as treasurer. His other volunteer involvement includes membership on the Financial Advisory Board of the Washington Centerville Public Library, Bog Ministries, and Southbrook Christian Church. As a resident of Centerville, Washington Township for 47 years, Gary and his wife Pam, who is a teacher at Normandy, have 4 children and 5 grandchildren. Please join me in welcoming Gary Smiga.
Thank you, my friend. All right, this is that long list just means this dude up here is really old. But I did do some reflecting before we get into the meat of the program. So I started teaching at Ida Weller with some of our recipients' siblings here in 1973, 52 years ago. I first became a principal at Stingley in 1985, 40 years ago. And I became superintendent in 2005, 20 years ago. So that's a long time ago. For those of you that are beginning or ending your careers, I think you're in the best place you could possibly be. Quick shout out, because I promised them, Centerville High School counselors, table 23 in the back. They put up with Pam and I for a little while. I was in this room on Saturday with Kirk Herbstreit for the library fundraiser, and I was here on Tuesday with the Centerville Noon Optimists. And Kirk Herbstreit brought his dog. I never knew that he was into dogs. But he brought his dog, Peter. So I learned something that night, that a dog is a man's best friend. But then I also wanted to share with you my wisdom is that name tags are an old man's best friend. With that said, thank you for the introduction. And it's an honor and a privilege to serve as your MC tonight. In my various roles in the community, I often reference that we have a great community to live in, work in, play in, and learn in. Our community is made up of 5 entities that provide life-enriching opportunities that allow us to thrive. Our 2 governments, Centerville and Washington Township, provide a host of services and benefits to their respective community members that enhance our living experiences. The Centerville Washington Public Library provides us with award-winning access to print and digital media to foster enjoyment and knowledge. The Washington Centerville Park District maintains over 50 neighborhood and community parks for us to use to hike, explore, and experience all that nature provides to us. But for me, Elk Pride, at the core of the 5 lies the Centerville City Schools, where thanks to all of you in this room, the learning opportunity that is provided for our youth is among the best in the state of Ohio. This does not happen by chance. It takes a community, or as some say, a village. Visionary leadership, committed educators, supportive paraprofessionals, engaged parents and volunteers, and the community all play a vital role in this success formula. Tonight we will get to learn about some of the many people and the roles they play that makes our school system one in which our children can strive and thrive. So let's get started with our Excellence in Education Award winners. Excellence in education happens in many ways, and each of the Centerville schools was asked to select a person to receive the Education Award based on his or her extraordinary contributions to that school and especially to the students that attend there. An Excellence in Education recipient can be a teacher, a staff member, a parent, a volunteer, and it's decided upon by each building. As a memento, each person will receive an engraved paperweight, and Vanna will hand that to you when you come up. As I read the information provided by the school staff for their recipient, please turn your attention to the video screens for a slide presentation. Recipients, after your recognition, we will have you come to the podium to receive your award. Tonight we're going to start out with the Primary Village North. Primary Village North is pleased to select Christy Mason as their Excellence in Education Award recipient. Christy taught first grade at John Hole for 5 years before moving to PVN when it opened in 2009. Her passion for meeting children where they are and challenging them with high expectations is remarkable. She cares for every child and is incredibly patient with students with behavior needs. She often stays late at school communicating with parents and preparing lessons that enrich and support her students. Christy also serves on the district's Teaching and Learning Core Team, the MTSS Committee. Schools do that thing with the letters. And for Bridges and Wonder Benchmark Pilots. She is a master at creating relationships with her peers, her parents, and her students. One parent wrote, "Mrs. Mason has made a significant impact on our family. My oldest had some struggles, and Mrs. Mason took initiative to ensure our daughter got the support she needed. It is so meaningful when a teacher not only recognizes a need, but also takes the time to help make things better. Teachers like Christy, who genuinely care and invest in their students' well-being, are rare and truly invaluable." PVN proudly welcomes Christy Mason into their Circle of Excellence. Congratulations. Now, back in 1992, when I was inducted into the Circle of Excellence, I got a pin, and I found it, and I'm wearing it from 1992. Somebody asked me earlier, "Are you organized?" I'm organized. The staff at Primary Village South is pleased to announce that Jody Gonzalez is this year's Excellence in Education Award recipient. Jody models excellence with her teaching methods and relationships with her students. She brings joyful energy to her classroom and balances the curriculum guidelines with play-based learning, encouraging her students to organically explore and wonder. When you walk into her classroom, it is evident that she has thoughtfully created a welcoming, safe, student-centered environment that is enriched by children's literature, discovery, and accommodates all learners. She knows that each student is unique and will work to unlock the key that helps them to learn. Jody also serves on district committees as the PVS core teaching and learning team and piloted the benchmark literacy program. She is a compassionate teacher to her students, a responsive communicator with families, and a helpful teammate to her colleagues. Congratulations, Jody Gonzalez. I'm a little biased because Jody's on our extended family tree, so she's family to me. I am so lucky. Our next award, Klein Elementary, oh, they're quiet, is happy to select Tammy Morrow as their Excellence in Education Award recipient. There we go. Tammy embodies dedication, kindness, and a true commitment to our students. As a paraprofessional, she works tirelessly to support them, forming strong connections and making each child valued and cared for. She looks for special ways to engage with her students, like having a Fresh Fruit Friday. That's alliteration, correct? Fresh Fruit Friday, tasting with them, supplying the fruit and creating new experience for our kids. Tammy's impact doesn't stop there. She also lifts up our staff with her positivity, humor, genuine kindness. Whether it's offering a word of encouragement, sharing a laugh on a tough day, or simply being a steady, calm presence, Tammy makes Klein a better place for all of us. She never complains, finds the good in every situation, and brings a sense of fun wherever she goes. Tammy is the kind of person you hope your child has in their corner. Someone who makes hard days easier and good days even better. We are beyond grateful for her, and it is our absolute pleasure to recognize her as this year's Excellence in Education recipient. Congratulations, Tammy Morrow. Driscoll Elementary is honored to name Stephanie Johnson and Aaron Wallace as their Excellence in Education recipients. Stephanie Johnson and Aaron Wallace are Driscoll's dynamic PTO co-presidents. and they have truly redefined what it means to serve with heart, purpose, and unwavering dedication. Stepping into their roles in the aftermath of COVID, they faced the daunting task of rebuilding a struggling PTO and have exceeded every expectation. Over the past 4 years, they've breathed new life into our school community through creative fundraising, vibrant events, and consistent hands-on support for staff and students. From the beloved Driscoll Disco to Donuts with Grown-Ups, restaurant takeovers, staff recognition, an online silent auction, and more, Stephanie and Aaron have turned ideas into reality with remarkable speed, resourcefulness, and joy. Their energy is the reason the PTO is not only back, but thriving. They've created lasting traditions and strengthened family engagement. They've stretched every dollar and brought the fun back to function. Stephanie and Aaron are true examples of excellence in education, and our school is better every day because of them. While they will be deeply missed, the vibrant legacy they have built will continue to inspire and thrive. Congratulations, Stephanie and Aaron. Just a quick shout out to Brian Miller at Watts. That's where their kids are going to go next year. So, where great ideas begin, sign them up. All right, next, the staff and community of Dr. John Hull Elementary are proud to recognize Debbie Stebbins. As their Excellence in Education Award recipient. Reading is a fundamental key to success in both school and life. As a literacy specialist, Debbie's dedication to fostering a love of reading and her commitment to helping students unlock their full potential is unparalleled. She helps students decode the world of text in a way that makes sense to them, and she offers encouragement for their individual achievements, ensuring they feel proud of their success they make. Working with struggling readers, Debbie has never lost sight of what truly matters, the students' self-confidence and their positive experiences with reading. Her ability to create lasting, caring relationships helps the students know that she is genuinely invested in their well-being, whether through meaningful conversations or individualized instruction. Students rise to meet the high standards she sets and take pride in their reading achievements. Debbie's relationship with parents is also built on trust and collaboration, as evidenced by the Reading Allies program she helped inspire. This program, which started in Alabama Public Schools through her daughter Claire, then a student at the University of Alabama, has grown and is now being implemented in the West Carrollton schools, where it provides much-needed community support to struggling readers. Congratulations, Debbie Stebbins. Normandy Elementary is honored to have Sarah Clark as their Excellence in Education Award recipient. Sarah is an inspiring educator and a dedicated artist who has made a profound impact on our school community. Through her art shows at Kidsview and Normandy, she has created a platform to showcase the talents and creativity of her students. She has a unique ability to connect with each of them, appreciating their individual talents and helping them grow. She holds additional art classes, ensuring every student has the opportunity to explore and develop their artistic skills. A special aspect of Sarah's teaching is her commitment to incorporating multicultural artists into her lessons. By doing so, she enriches her students' understanding of diverse cultures, broadening their perspectives and fostering a sense of global awareness. What is not seen are the countless hours Sarah spends outside of school, preparing lessons, organizing art shows, making props, firing and monitoring the kill, and framing student artwork. She pours her heart and soul into creating meaningful experiences for students, and it is through her dedication and hard work that these events and lessons are memorable. Congratulations, Sarah Clark. I wish I could read and watch the screen at the same time. I see all of your eyes watching, not me, which is great, the screens, which I know there's some of them pretty cool pictures up there. So congratulations again to everybody, especially Tony and Dave for putting this all together. Stingley Elementary, go Stingley, is chosen Melody Spencer as this year's Excellence in Education recipient. A great educator, no matter their role, puts kids first and works to create relationships with them. Melody enters any classroom in the building with the main goal of helping a student achieve their full potential. Even though they may need extra support, she sets high expectations for them, but does it in a warm and caring manner and continues to advocate for their needs each day. Classroom teachers continuously report that the growth a child has made from 2nd to 5th grade is directly due to her ongoing support. Melody has also spent many years providing assistance in the Voyager after-school program, where she is again able to shift gears and be flexible, often working with many of the same students she worked with throughout the school day. She has a natural ability of knowing how to make them feel capable, be successful, and demonstrate perseverance when needed. She will be missed when she retires. Congratulations, Melody Spencer. For our last but not least elementary school, Weller Elementary declares Candy Swigert as its Excellence in Education Award recipient. Candy has quickly become an essential member of Team Weller. Before joining us, she dedicated 23 years as the head secretary at Dayton Christian High School. Now, in just her 2nd year as Weller's school secretary, Candy has truly become the heart and soul of our school. Her friendly and approachable demeanor makes her a favorite among staff and visitors alike. With her ability to navigate conversations, Candy ensures that all individuals feel heard, valued, and appreciated, leaving them with a positive outlook after their interactions. She wisely calms parents over the phone, guiding them through their concern with patience and understanding. In addition to her daily responsibilities, Candy has a genuine passion for serving others. Each year, she coordinates an event she calls Christmas Cheer for the staff, where the workroom is filled with delicious baked goods and treats, creating a joyful environment. She is also heavily involved in the planning of all of the luncheons, baby showers, and retirement parties that occur at Weller, with her ultimate goal of making others feel like they are the most important person in the room. Congratulations, Candy Swigert. Now we move on to the middle school buildings, and up first is Magzig. I knew I needed to pause after that one. Magzig is pleased to announce that they have chosen Joe Yupa to receive their Excellence in Education Award. Joe embodies what it means to be an educator. He is caring, dependable, and very passionate about supporting both students and his colleagues. During his tenure at the Centerville City Schools, he has also worked as an adjunct faculty for Wright State University, where he taught German, Spanish, and courses in education, and served as the World Languages Graduate Program Director. Coincidentally, he trained and advised 5 of his colleagues who work at Magzig and Centerville High School, the 2 schools at which he himself currently teaches. As a language instructor, Joe teaches communication skills by immersing his students in meaningful learning situations. Students are engaged in various aspects of culture from the German and Spanish-speaking countries. He leads numerous educational tours abroad, and for several years he has organized the annual 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C., guiding students through our capital's historical landmarks. All of these experiences open their eyes to a broader worldview, blending education with fun while making lasting memories. Joe is a kind and fair teacher, earning the respect and admiration of both his students and peers. He exemplifies what it means to lead with heart, inspire through service, and teach with passion. As he prepares to retire this year, we celebrate his remarkable career and lasting contributions to our school community. Congratulations, Joe Yupa. Congratulations. Joe said thank you, and I say de nada. Is that good? 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 Huh? No problem. Or something like that. Tower Heights Middle School would like to recognize Carrie Collins as their Excellence in Education Award recipient. An article on leadership featured this quote: "True leadership is not defined by loud commands or grand gestures, but rather by the ability to inspire, empower, and bring out the best in others." Carrie Collins embodies this by her compassion, work ethic, and humility. Whether she is helping a student grasp a challenging historical concept, assisting an advisee with a personal issue, or supporting a colleague facing difficulties in or out of the classroom, she offers a listening ear and practical solutions. While adhering to state standards, Carrie helps to create opportunities for critical thinking, teamwork, and artistic expression. She has also championed several grants, ensuring that students have access to enriching lessons and materials. Beyond the classroom, Carrie has served as a United Way rep for several years, actively participated in levy campaigns, and is on the District Social Studies Curriculum Committee. This year, she was asked to be part of the Middle School Restructuring Committee. Finally, Carrie is an incredibly humble individual. Her genuine care for others, unmatched work ethic, and quiet yet powerful leadership exemplify true excellence. Congratulations, Carrie Collins. The staff at Watts Middle School are honored to recognize Judy Hensley as their 2025 Excellence in Education Award recipient. With over 40 years of experience in education, Judy Hensley has dedicated the past 8 years to creating...
Great picture.
Oh, see? The pictures. The pictures are, what are they, worth 1,000 words, right? Judy Hensley has dedicated the past 8 years to creating a nurturing and structured learning environment for the students at Watts Middle School. As an intervention specialist, she is known for her warmth, patience, and exceptional ability to foster positive relationships with students, staff, and families. Judy's teaching style emphasizes structure, compassion, and individualized attention, making each student feel valued and supported. Beyond the classroom, Judy's influence extends to the many aspects of school life. She has organized memorable and engaging activities such as cooking classes, campouts, and the Super Bowl Buttons fundraiser, which has become highlights of the school year and had a specific impact on the school community. Her commitment to her students goes beyond traditional teaching. She is active with the Special Olympics, serving as a swim coach. This award is a testament to her exceptional contributions and lifelong commitment to the field of education. Her impact will continue to resonate for years to come. Congratulations, Judy Hensley. And she also gets to work with my daughter-in-law, Mary Studebaker, so. Can't forget family. Finally, but not the least, the Centerville High School is excited to announce Career Pathways Coordinator and the Guidance Department Chair, Mr. Marion Delator. As their 2025 Excellence in Education Award winner. Marion started his career in education as a science teacher, but came to Centerville High School in 1996 to be a guidance counselor, a job that is much more than assisting students decide what courses to take during high school or sending a transcript to their college. He is currently the Career Pathways Coordinator, helping students find the path that is right for them if college is not it. He has a unique ability to connect with students, helping them develop their career pathway and connecting them to credentialing programs and college opportunities. For the past 12 years, Marion has served as chair of the Centerville High School Guidance Department, so he's responsible for table 23 back there. With additional duties to include organizing the annual College and Career Fair, the Parent Financial Aid Night, and the Evening Expo showcasing block program opportunities. He also organizes the Military Expo, to which he invites representatives from the Armed Forces to meet with students seeking information about military service. And, if that's not all enough, he is the graduation coordinator. His hard work, consistency, dedication, and leadership are a major component of the continued success of the programs and services at CHS. Apart from being a guidance counselor at CHS, Marion was also a Centerville Education Foundation trustee for 25 years. He is retiring at the end of this school year, and after 38 years in education, we wish him well. Congratulations to Marion on this outstanding career.
Well, my friend, congratulations. Well deserved. Enjoy your time.
Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. Good job.
Yep.
Recognition of these types of individuals that were just represented is such a pleasure because they are the strength of our school district. The Centerville City Schools are fortunate to have so many caring and dedicated teachers, staff, parents, and volunteers. Congratulations again to all of you. In the next part of our program, we welcome the 2025 inductees to the Centerville Education Hall of Fame. The purpose of this annual event is to recognize an outstanding educator, an outstanding student of the graduating class, a distinguished alumna or alumnus, a member of our community who actively promotes and advances the quality and well-being of the Centerville City Schools as a citizen advocate, and on occasion, a Special Service Award or a Lifetime Achievement Award. This year, we are honoring 6 such individuals as nominated by the community. Each Hall of Fame inductee will receive a plaque in recognition of his or her contributions. Their name is inscribed on the Centerville Education Foundation Hall of Fame plaque, which hangs at Centerville High School, and their picture will join the previous inductees in the photo gallery there as well. The foundation received nominations for many outstanding candidates, so this year's inductees have truly earned their place among the very best in our district. Their personal bios, coupled with comments from nomination letters, are printed in your program, and that has been provided for you to get to know them and to see why they have been selected. Our first inductee to the Centerville Education Hall of Fame joins a distinguished group of educators who have all been recognized for their contributions toward educating our children, providing guidance to their peers, and improving the quality of instruction in our district. Presenting the award to the 2025 Outstanding Educator, Amy Mount. Presenting the award to Amy Mount, a teacher from PVN Preschool, are Carrie Bassford and Elise Henderson, fellow teachers at PVN.
Good evening. It's an honor to stand before you tonight as colleagues and parents to recognize someone whose impact goes far beyond the walls of any classroom. Someone who finds joy in everything she does and inspires others to do the same. Someone that has been lighting up the minds of our youngest learners with laughter and a hands-on spirit that brings learning to life. But who better to describe the magic and wonder of all that is Amy Mount than our littlest PVN Elks. Mrs. Mount reads lots of books, and I learn kindness from her every single day.
She gives the best hugs.
She helps us make chicks, and they come out of eggs, and now our responsibility is to be quiet so we don't scare them.
She helped me make a book about bees, and I got to share it.
She has fun in every day, and Mrs. Mount is still so excited to see me, even though I'm in kindergarten now.
My daughter shared with me that Mrs. Mount helps push us and give us a boost. While Bianca is referring to learning to swing, this is the perfect analogy for Amy's infectious optimism. When you pass by her door, there are always sounds of joy and laughter. It is brimming with excitement, and her students are genuinely happy to be there. If you've ever had the privilege of seeing Amy in action, you've witnessed the enthusiasm and creativity she puts into all that she does. Our team lovingly refers to this as Mount Magic. Whether it's taking time to build a nature play space, making sure it's for all of her students, finding which unique animal can visit PVN next, or designing an entire hallway display of project work, Amy consistently goes above and beyond to create unforgettable memories and leave the world a better place than she found it. Congratulations to Mrs. Amy Mount, outstanding educator who has left fingerprints on hearts and footprints on the futures.
Thank you, guys. Good evening. I'm very honored and thankful to be here tonight. This moment means so much to me, not just because of the award, but because Centerville City Schools have been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. One of my earliest memories is visiting my grandmother, Nora, who worked at Village South Elementary as the evening custodian. When I was just 3 years old, I remember running around a very open building, fascinated by the foot pedal sinks that sprayed water everywhere. In 1975, my parents, Jan and Dale, moved our family to Centerville. My youngest brother, John, and I attended Village South, the same building I'd explored as a toddler. Ironically, the year I moved on to Tower Heights Middle School, Village South closed its doors. Little did I know my connection to that building was far from over. My education in Centerville City Schools was outstanding. We'd be here all night if I tried to name all the amazing educators who shaped me. I'm truly honored to see many of you sitting here tonight. And as I walked the halls of Centerville High School, I gained more than just knowledge. It was there that I met my husband, Rick, for more than 30 years. During my senior year at Bowling Green State University, I needed to complete a kindergarten classroom observation. Village South had just reopened as Centerville Kindergarten Village, and stepping inside felt like coming home. That spring, I was thrilled to be offered a kindergarten teaching position. It was truly my dream job. Looking back at my time at CKV always brings a smile to my face. Being surrounded by a whole building full of kindergarten teachers was something very special. The friendships, laughters, and mentoring I experienced there helped shape the educator that I am today. When our family began to grow, I stepped away from the classroom to raise our 3 children, Riley, Rachel, and Rebecca. They quickly became my new full-time job, and I treasure every moment. After 16 years away from the classroom, I thought my teaching days were behind me. But fate stepped in when Rebecca became best friends with a little girl named Madison Tarpey. A casual chat at the Tarpey home and some encouragement from my friend Mindy Klein led to an interview and a preschool position. Before I knew it, I was back in that familiar building, now called Primary Village North. I like to think of my second round of teaching as a ride on the magic school bus. Over the years, I've often been called Miss Frizzle, probably thanks to my wild hair and crazy ideas. If Miss Frizzle had a Centerville cousin with a glue gun and a barn full of animals, that might be me. Our classroom walls have welcomed pigs, llamas, snakes, hedgehogs, and of course, Wally the class axolotl. Whether building igloos, transforming the room into a rainforest, or dancing like dinosaurs, my goal is for my students to feel the magic of learning every day. But none of this wonderful craziness would be possible without the people who surround me, so I have a few quick thank yous. My amazing preschool team and our leader, Andrea. Thank you for rocking the big pumpkin costumes, rolling with my wild 7 ideas, and turning our hallways into works of art. You've helped me bring my brainstorms to life, cleaned up the glitter, filled this journey with love, laughter, creativity, and true friendship. A special thank you to my amazing assistant, Susie Ruffalo, who always seems to know what I need before I do. In our often chaotic world, while I'm losing things, you're calmly finding them. And I am so grateful. Also to Julia for stepping in as a long-term sub, stayed all year. Thank you to the entire staff at PVN. If you stopped by the party last week, you saw firsthand the planning, love, and the fun these amazing people bring to everything they do. Mindy, way too many words and emotions to speak. You are simply the best. To all of you, the district families who trusted me as your child's first teacher, I've been blessed to work with 75 of your own children. To my husband, Rick, thank you for your love and patience and willingness to accept that sometimes there's going to be corn stalks and hay in the backseat of the car. To Riley, Rachel, and Rebecca, you're my heart and my greatest joy. To my dad, Dale Berry, a retired teacher of 35 years, you've been my inspiration. Your love for teaching, your dedication to students, and your belief in education laid the foundation for my path. I like to think I got my frizzle flair from you. Our family has grown to include Riley's spouse Lauren and Rachel's spouse John. My new favorite title is Nana to the cutest boys in the world, Janner and Rory. Early education isn't just a job, it's a calling. It's glitter on your pants, Play-Doh under your nails, and heart-bursting pride when a student says, I did it. It's messy, loud, unpredictable, and completely marvelous. Thank you, Centerville Education Foundation, for this honor, and thank you, Centerville City Schools, for letting me ride this wild, wonderful, magic school bus of a career. I leave you with the words of Miss Frizzle: take chances, make mistakes, get messy.
Amy, you are such a teacher, you named your children after the 3 R's. The next award is special because it is not awarded based on nominations from the public. Instead, it is a collective decision by the members of the graduating class as a whole to select the student they feel most represents excellence in scholarship, leadership, and service. This year, the seniors at Centerville High School selected Lauren Jessup Aiken as the 2025 Outstanding Student. And presenting the award is CH Coordinating Principal John Carroll.
Yay, Lauren.
Yay, Lauren, indeed. Well, good evening and congratulations to all of our Excellence in Education Award winners and our Hall of Fame inductees. There's so many big names in the room and so much to celebrate. It's just a really proud night, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I have the distinct pleasure to introduce to all of you this year's Hall of Fame Outstanding Student, Lauren Jessup Aiken. I was going to say, Lauren, will you join me? But she's really fast. She's in track, so she's already here. So Lauren was voted by her peers to receive this award, and her induction into the Hall of Fame is recognition of her leadership, her hard work, most importantly, just who you are as a person, and then your service to Centerville City Schools and our community. Lauren's an outstanding student who's going to graduate summa cum laude honors on Saturday, May 24th. And while that academics is certainly important and inspirational, it's honestly not why she was chosen. She's chosen because she's just a great person and an outstanding leader. Lauren is very involved in our CHS community, and summarizing her 4-page, and I mean 4-page, by the way, 10 font list of accomplishments, 10, I checked. I was just shocked because I was like, how do you try to summarize it and get everybody home at a reasonable time? It's just, I summarize it this way: she's an exemplar servant leader. We talk about servant leadership in our district, and she is a servant leader. Naming a few activities, she's a member of the National Honor Society, the Spanish National Honor Society, the Elk Connectors, and the Hope Squad. Elk Connectors, which mentor our freshmen, and Hope Squad, which address mental health needs and focus on suicide prevention, are, I think, anchors of her service and leadership. She was elected president, and she served with distinction this year, and she led the student council and the student body in our Spirit Chain fundraiser to raise a record-breaking, actually you crushed the record, it wasn't even close, $130,500 in 1 week. And I just believe the more you talk to people, the more you get to know them. So I did interview Lauren again. She was probably tired of seeing me. We worked a lot together this year. But I did interview her because I just wanted to dig a little bit deeper and learn more about her. And we had some good laughs. We talked about her huge bow era from elementary school. How big were they? Were they big bows, like big? Every day?
Oh, every day.
Every day, okay. We also joked about the fact that she can't really speed because she drives a Barbie-themed Jeep through Centerville all the time, so everybody knows where you are. Also, I believe you thought that you were going pro as a figure skater when you were 6 years old?
Yeah.
Pro? Okay. She did everything, by the way, like every sport. She has literally immersed herself in everything. But during that meeting, I tried to tease out, like, what are you most proud of? Like, what really do you dial into as a person? And I was really struck by what she said because it's true to what I know her to be. She said that she thrives while serving others and making them happy. And I just thought that's perfect because I've had the opportunity to witness that firsthand for the last 4 years. It's just every single day. Talking to the staff of the high school and getting some feedback about Lauren, they use phrases like positive force, role model, unselfish leader who's fiercely focused. The head track coach, Mr. Matt Summerlot, he had a great quote. He said, in a day and age where kids sometimes are trying to do less, Lauren is always driven to do more, and she inspires other people to do more through her actions, not her words. And probably the most powerful thing I've heard anybody say in a long time, Lauren, came from Hope Squad and Elk Connector leader, Mrs. Myers. And she said, Lauren has one of the purest hearts to ever grace the halls of Centerville High School. That's pretty powerful. And she said, "You're just so genuine and authentic." And we see that every day at Centerville High School, and it's just a blessing. I'm going to be honest with you. I did have the distinct misfortune to tell Lauren no once. Once. You get one. But I'm going to tell you the story because Lauren was fiercely driven through her campaign promises as president to put on a winter dance. And we just ran into conflict after conflict, and no matter what we tried to do, I'm the guy who said we got to pull the plug on it. It was not a popular moment. And that's when I saw that fierceness that was referenced in that line. But it was good. It was, because what it meant to me was she is just driven by her integrity. Her integrity's top notch. She said she wanted to do it, she's going to do it. She's a vision board person, and if it's on her vision board, it's going to happen. You're going to raise more money than anybody else on Spirit Chain, you did it. So that really stuck out to me. So hopefully it wasn't too bad of an experience. So. I do want to say that I'm going to close with some statements from her mom, because it's funny that in trying to tease more out, she doesn't like to talk about herself. And so she likes to talk about other people. She wants to make other people happy. So she actually recorded her mom and sent, the notes, and I won't look at her mom right now. But closing with her mom's statements, Lauren is a very happy, loving, and very sunshiny person. She's the future is always bright kind of girl, and she's always willing to go out of her way to make sure that everybody is welcome and feels comfortable. I thought that was just perfect. There was a lot more, but I told Lauren, how great is it that you got to hear your mom say that, even though she tells you that all the time, right? It's just great to hear it. So, Lauren, I'm certain that your future is going to be bright. It's been an absolute honor for me to introduce you to the foundation and to our guests here tonight. Lauren is going to go to Miami University next year, and she's going to be pre-med, and she wants to be a team doctor. I think the only qualifier is not Michigan, right? Okay. We agreed. Everybody agrees, not Michigan. So it's really exciting. I'm excited for her. I think the future is very bright. It's limitless for her, because if it's on her vision board, it's going to happen. So I'm extremely proud to introduce the 2025 Hall of Fame inductee for Outstanding Student, to Lauren Jessup Aiken.
Good evening, everyone. Oh my gosh, thank you, Mr. Carroll. Those words were very lovely. As Mr. Carroll mentioned, my name is Lauren Jessup Aiken, and I'm honored to be standing before you tonight to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Centerville Education Foundation for this incredible recognition. This award is not just mine. It belongs to my family, to Centerville High School, and the incredible staff who have shaped me into the person I am today. Without you, I wouldn't be standing here. And shout out to everyone in the back. I love them all the counselors and everyone who stood by me these past 4 years. When I sat down to write this speech, I found myself at a loss. Not because I didn't know what to say, but because there was so much I could say. Centerville High School has given me so many incredible opportunities and so many unforgettable experiences. We'd be here all night if I talked about all of them. But I knew one thing for certain. I wanted to center this speech around gratitude. Gratitude to me means more than just saying thank you. It's recognizing the blessings that we've been given and understanding that we stand on the shoulders of others and carrying that humility with us with pride and joy. As my time at Centerville comes to a close, I'm realizing just how much I've depended on this community and how much I'll carry with me. The phrase "it takes a village" has never meant more to me than it does now. Balancing 3 sports, AP classes, student council, and multiple clubs was no easy task, but thanks to the encouragement and the guidance of the Centerville staff, my family, my friends, and the supportive community, I was able not just to survive, but to thrive. This past year in particular has been the busiest and most rewarding chapter of my life. From leading the Centerville Spirit Chain fundraiser to serving as class president, from being captain of my track team to diving deep into marketing leadership, every challenge brought growth. I'm especially grateful to my teachers this school year for giving me their unwavering support, and especially to Mr. Carroll for being the role model I could look up to every step of the way. Their belief in me helped me find joy even in the chaos. At Centerville, we say EPND, Elk Pride Never Dies, and I believe this wholeheartedly. My pride in this school and in this community will never run out because of the amazing people who have filled me with purpose, passion, and pride. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to the Centerville Education Foundation, to my family, to my friends, to Mr. Carroll, and the incredible staff who have walked beside me these past 4 years. This award is a reflection of your impact, and I will carry your lessons with me always. Thank you.
I told Lauren not to run away because as part of being nominated in the Hall of Fame, she also gets a scholarship for $500 from the Education Foundation. So thank you for all the alumni that contribute to that, and congratulations again to Lauren and her family. Nice job.
Lauren, do you ever sleep? Not much. The quality of education gained from Centerville City Schools is evidenced by many outstanding alumni, and this year's honoree is no exception. I would like to call on Bond Carter to the podium to present the 2025 Distinguished Alum Award to neurosurgical oncologist Dr. Bob S. Carter, also his brother, from the class of 1981.
So it's my pleasure to introduce my oldest brother, Dr. Bob Carter, nominated for the Distinguished Alumnus Award by his son, David. As the first of 9 Carter kids, Bob kicked off a 23-year Carter family legacy at Centerville High School. That's 23 straight years a Carter roamed CHS halls. To the Centerville staff, I'm sorry, and you're welcome. After graduating in 1981, Bob's journey took him from BYU to Johns Hopkins and then across the country, leading neurosurgery in San Diego, advancing brain care in Boston, and now leading the University of Utah Health System as CEO. His career is focused on tackling the toughest challenges in medicine, brain tumors, neurological disorders, and pioneering ways to detect cancer early. For the football fans in the room, he even helped protect NFL players through his sideline work. Today, Bob continues to advance research, mentor the next generation of doctors, and build stronger healthcare systems. And to think it all started here in Centerville. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Bob Carter.
Well, thank you. It's really an honor to be here and such a pleasure, and especially when I see the commitment of this community and the talent that's here, to see and hear Lauren's words about how she's excited to come into medicine. Shout out to you, Lauren. And to just really appreciate the impact that a community can have on an individual's life. There was a quote that I just thought I'd share, and this was by Melinda Gates. And Melinda said, "A school is not just a building, it's a launch pad for dreams, a haven for growth, and a force that can change the trajectory of a life." And I just want to talk a little bit, in just a minute or so, about the factors that come together to create that special magic. First, the educators, the teachers, all of you that are here supporting. You see in us as students the potential. I feel like I'm in a sort of a forward-looking time lapse almost. And 44 years ago, when I graduated from Centerville High School, there were individuals who saw some potential in me, and they gave me encouragement and hope. And that might have been Chris Summerlot, who was my track coach, and after a tough day on the pole vault, said, get back up and go again, and just really inspired me. Or maybe my French teacher, Yvonne Rahl, who was such a wonderful, inspiring figure. And later when I spent a couple of years in France, I thought of her often. Or maybe it was Don Spicer, my chemistry teacher, who inspired me to become a chemistry major and later pursue science and medicine. Or maybe Mr. McDaniel, who 44 years later, I get to see my principal back here in the same room with me. I don't think we can gauge the impact that you have. And as educators, I hope that you recognize, and I know you do, but maybe just again, the power that you have to see something in a student and push them forward. And I really appreciate all that I had here from those individuals. The other piece of that magic of what makes a school is the community, how a community comes together in a virtuous cycle. Leading citizens gather in events like this and talk about and promote and advance education. They support it with philanthropy and leadership and many countless hours of volunteerism. Individuals like Tony, who's led this event, and so many others. So that virtuous cycle that we're all part of as we go back into our communities, whether we're here in Centerville or far-flung into the United States, it's just such a powerful thing. And then lastly, I just want to mention the students themselves. You have incredible potential, and having walked a journey of my own away from Centerville High School and pursued a career where I had never imagined that I'd have the opportunities that I had experienced, I can tell you that the values that are taught to you here, the skills that you gain, put you on par, not just the best in the state of Ohio, but really I feel one of the very best in the nation. This is an incredible community that can be a launchpad for anything that you as students want to do. And so to all of you, I just want to say thank you for this very wonderful recognition, but most of all, thank you for changing a life. It's meant so much to me, and I'm greatly appreciative. Thank you.
Back on my elementary days, I did not have Bon or Bob in class, but some of the other 9, I did. I remember where you lived on Clio Road. It's exciting to discover just how many people care deeply for the Centerville Schools and for the Centerville community. Occasionally, the foundation recognizes someone who is dedicated and goes above and beyond what is expected of them. For the next award of the evening, I would like to call on Centerville High School Band Director Brandon Barametti to the podium to present the 2025 Special Service Award to Jody Fairbanks, Color Guard Director for the Centerville Marching Band. Brandon?
Good evening. My name is Brandon Barametti, and I am one of the band directors at Centerville High School. I would like to take a moment to introduce you to a dear friend of mine who has also been my colleague and teaching partner for the past 18 years with the Centerville Jazz Band. Jody Fairbanks has been involved with the band program at CHS since 1992. She was first hired by Wayne Markworth as a member of the color guard staff with the marching band. And that first season, the band was named the Bands of America Grand National Champion. That's an awesome way to start.
Yes.
The following winter, the Winter Guard won the WGI World Championships in Scholastic Open class. Shortly thereafter, she became the color guard director and never looked back. The Winter Guard followed with several groundbreaking and innovative shows in the late 90s and early 2000s, culminating in another WGI World Championship in 2003, also in Scholastic Open class. The Guard has since been a Scholastic World Class finalist 8 times and was just recently elevated to world class status again this past season after a 15-year hiatus. For those of you who may not know, the classification of world class means that they are among the top level competing groups in the country that are affiliated with a high school. This year, there were only 20 groups at the world-class level in the nation. During her tenure with the Centerville Jazz Band, the band has been named regional champion 19 times and has made Grand National Finals 14 times. There were a few years that she stepped aside to spend more time with her own kids from 2010 to 2014 as they were younger and involved in various activities, but she was never really far away. Her husband, Tim Fairbanks, has also been involved with the band since 1997, teaching the percussion section and writing the drill for the entire band. In 2015, I distinctly remember begging her to come back and teach with us, which is something that she never lets me forget. Jody and I have had a very close and special relationship over the years. She has been a mentor to me, often showing me the ropes in those early years and supporting me as I was trying to find my legs as a new band director. I always knew that I could count on her to tell me stories of past bands and how things worked in Centerville. But even more than that, we have developed a bond almost like siblings over the years. I'll let you all decide who is older. But she always says that I'm the more responsible one. In total, Jody has been involved with the Centerville Band in some form for 32 years, an outstanding career by any measure. But the true measure of her career is the thousands of lives that she has impacted and shaped through her coaching, mentoring, and teaching the young people who come through our band program. In fact, she has now gotten to the point where she is teaching the children of her former students, which elevates her to guard mom status. Even more so when her two kids, Logan and Carter, both came through the band program. I have always referred to her as my constant because I know that I can count on her to always be there for me, and more importantly, for the students she loves and cares for so much. It is my honor to present the Centerville Education Foundation Special Service Award to my friend, Jody Fairbanks.
Wow. What an incredible honor. I am truly humbled and grateful to be standing here tonight. First and foremost, I want to thank Amanda Graff for the nomination and the Centerville Education Foundation for selecting me. Being chosen for this award means more than I can express. This award isn't just about me. It reflects the support, hard work, and belief of so many around me. I want to thank Wayne Markworth, the former band director, for taking a leap of faith in hiring me and his wonderful mentorship that taught me so much. The current band director, Brandon Barametti, for always supporting me and the color guard. He is one of the reasons the guard has been so successful. My current and past staff members, this is not a one-person job, and I have been surrounded by so many talented individuals. To my parents for always believing in my dreams of teaching guard and following me around the country to support all of it. And to my family, my husband, who I share the love of this activity with, my daughter Logan and Carter, who were also members of the Centerville Band program. This moment reminds me that passion, perseverance, and purpose can lead to something powerful and important. I accept this award as a celebration of what has been accomplished, but also as a reminder to keep striving, keep growing, and keep giving back. Thank you again for this incredible honor. I will carry it with pride, elk pride. Thank you.
Individuals who display an unwavering dedication to the Centerville City Schools and the broader community with their remarkable contributions embody the spirit of this next award. I'd like to call Lisa Voss from Normandy Elementary to the podium. to present the 2025 Citizen Advocate Award to Emily Denlinger.
Good evening. It's truly an honor to stand here tonight and introduce someone who perfectly represents what it means to be a citizen advocate. When her daughter Maggie reached out and asked me to write a letter of recommendation for this reward, it was the easiest and fastest yes I've ever given. I didn't have to think twice because if you know Emily, you know how much she gives to our schools and our community. I first met Emily in 2016 when her son Will was in my kindergarten class. From the very beginning, I could tell she wasn't just any volunteer. She brought dedication, creativity, and heart to everything she did. Over time, she became more than just a volunteer. She became my friend. When I taught at PVS, Emily came back year after year to volunteer, always helping, even when Will had moved on. And every year, I'd get that same text around the holidays. When are we glittering? No matter how much glitter followed her home, in places she probably wished it hadn't, she showed up with a smile, ready to make memories with the kids. What made her even more special was how she spoke about the students she worked with. She always called them her friends, and she treated each one with patience, kindness, and genuine care. Emily's dedication didn't stop in my classroom. She served on PTO boards at PVS, Normandy, and Watts, even stepping up as PTO president at Watts during a year when her kids weren't even there. When I moved to Normandy, she followed with the same commitment and continued to support students as a parent volunteer. Outside the classroom, she co-founded Centerville Safe in 2019, a nonprofit focusing on improving school safety, and she played a huge role in the success of both the Centerville Schools levy and the Centerville Washington Township Park District levy, helping ensure our schools and community spaces have the support they need. Emily's leadership, compassion, and tireless service have left a lasting mark on Centerville. So tonight, it is with great pride and heartfelt gratitude that I present to you the 2025 Citizen Advocate Award recipient, Emily Denlinger.
Thank you, Lisa, for the introduction, and thank you, Centerville Education Foundation, for this honor. I'd like to thank my daughter, Maggie, who is a graduating senior, for spearheading my very surprise nomination. I'd also like to acknowledge my parents who are here tonight for making me start volunteering at a young age when they would drive me to the Ronald McDonald House for my weekly shifts. My husband, Andy, for putting up with our house often resembling a warehouse, whether it be emergency kit components and campaign supplies all over the dining room, or boxes and boxes of yard signs in the garage. And my son, Will, for putting up with all of those times I've embarrassed him simply by being in the same school building he was in at the same time. And to all who nominated me, many of you who are with me tonight, it has been an honor and a pleasure to work alongside of you on various PTOs, organizations, campaigns, and projects. Most of what I'm being recognized for tonight is only possible because I am surrounded by great people who share my vision of what I want for our community. At a time when public education is under attack, it is imperative for us to advocate for our school districts, for our educators, and for the children we serve. How do we do this when every day it seems another unfunded mandate or cut is announced? We show up, we create relationships, we support our students and our staff. We take a seat at the table to discuss school safety and student mental health. We communicate with our school board administrators directly, not through social media. We educate ourselves on issues that affect public education in Ohio and our nation. We support and we vote for candidates who value public education and act accordingly, and we demand better of those who do not. If we do not like our choices on the ballot, we will run for office. We do for one student and school district what we wish we could do for every student and school district. Find what you're passionate about, surround yourself with the people who share those passions, and remember what Dr. Seuss said. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's just not. Thank you.
I think that deserves an amen, sister. All right, our final award of the evening goes to a woman who needs no introduction. Here to present the 2025 Lifetime Achievement Award to Mindy Klein, a Centerville graduate, a teacher, a mother, current principal at Primary North Village North, is former superintendent of schools, Frank DePalma.
First, I want to congratulate all of the honorees tonight for your hard work and accomplishments, and thanks to the foundation for providing a platform to recognize them. And Tony and the board for all of your hard work, but particularly Tony for tonight. Mindy Klein, Mindy Morgan is when I first met her in the spring of 1991. I was director of personnel. We weren't human resources back then. And we hired Mindy. Now, her dad came up to me because, we go through an interview process. It takes a little time. And her dad came up to me and he said, I'm Hank Morgan. I'm Mindy's father. You finally made a good decision. So stick with me a second. It's August of 1991. Mindy Morgan goes to Klein Elementary. The Village South reopens as Centerville Kindergarten Village. She attended Village South as an elementary student. And she goes from Mindy Morgan to Mindy Klein. Kindergarten Village goes from Kindergarten Village to Primary Village North. And all these balls are in the air, and suddenly Mindy Morgan is back where she went to elementary school in just a different name. Now, I don't believe, it's probably just coincidence, but I thought there was a do-do-do-do, there's a lot of things going on there. You read everything in the brochure, and there was a lot left out of the brochure. I want to take a little bit different approach. So, as a teacher, and here's what I think made her different. As a teacher, she saw these little people come into her classroom, and she knew that their moms and dads, their guardians and their grandparents, these little people were the most important things in their life. And she didn't see them as students. She saw them as their parents did, and guardians and something special, something precious. And when you see them as something precious, it's in a different sphere that you're in, because you see them as the gift that they are. And with that, as a teacher, it's a tremendous responsibility. Every day she went in there, she worked so hard to make them better, to make them believe in themselves, to make them believe they could learn. And then, smile. Show that smile. Show that smile. That smile went a long way for her in a lot of different places and things. So as she became a principal, she went from being responsible for these kids in my classroom to suddenly working with the staff and having them believe as she did, and many of them already did, that these were precious little beings that they were working with. Those boys and girls got off the bus, she was there with a smile. Started a staff meeting that no one wanted to be at, she was there with a smile. But here's the thing about that smile. It went a long way, but behind that smile, there was a determination and a tenacity to build in that school the same belief structure that she believed, that these students were precious. And every day we come in, now, I don't want to idealize these kids. They come in, there's stuff running out of their noses. Some of them are crabby, they didn't get enough sleep. Well, some of the teachers were crabby because they didn't get enough sleep. But aside from that, you have to put all that aside and work to do the best. And over the years, she went from just the students in her classroom to being responsible for every teacher and all of the students in their classroom. She's done a hell of a job. And so with that, I just want to say thank you very much. Thank you from the parents, from the kids that you served. Hundreds of kids have gone through that building, and she knew their names. She worked hard to make them believe in themselves and to get a great start on their schooling. Ladies and gentlemen, Mindy Klein.
Not sure how one speaks after that. I'm just going to imagine you're all preschool, kindergarten, and first graders. I can do this. A full and meaningful career never happens alone. It takes a community, a family, and a herd. Our community is lucky to have the steadfast support of the Centerville Education Foundation and our Board of Education, some who have been with me from the beginning, whose hard work positively impacts our schools, our staff, and thousands of students each year. Since I was 17 years old, I've watched students like Lauren be inducted into the Hall of Fame community, and tonight I am deeply honored and overwhelmed to stand among them. To my family, thanks to my wonderful parents who aren't able to be here, for choosing Centerville and for instilling in my brother, who is also a teacher, and to me, the importance of making a positive difference in the world. To my husband and my children, for making so many sacrifices over the years. Sacrifices in my time, my energy, my patience, and for enduring so many school stories. My husband and fellow Centerville High School grad, Mike, has helped complete more classroom and building projects than I can count. And thanks to my children, Alex and Morgan, who have taken their first steps in my classrooms and eaten many a meal at my schools. They've both walked the same halls I have. It all begins and ends at 6450 Marshall Road, where I first attended at Village South Elementary during the blizzard of 1978. 6450, where I later taught kindergarten, and Alex and Morgan attended kindergarten at CKV. And finally, the school I've called my second home for the last 18 years, Primary Village North, 6450 Marshall Road. Our children both graduated from CHS and attended the same universities I did. A funny story. The day I graduated from Ohio State, I came home to a note on my apartment chalkboard. Yes, that's how old I am, a chalkboard. The note said, "Please call Frank De Palma ASAP." That's when I should have known this was going to be a great ride. I mean, really, who receives a job offer for their dream job for graduation? I thank my husband, Mike, my daughter, Morgan, and her fiance, Brady, and my son, Alex, and his fiance, Haley, for being here with us tonight. Our shared roots from Village South, CKV, PVN, to Centerville High School, to Ohio State, and to the University of Dayton tell our story of love, legacy, and especially Elk Pride. To my tribes of friends, thank you for your laughter, loyalty, and love. Amy Mount, Outstanding Educator, and Christy Mason, PVN Excellence in Education winner, and my dear friends, tonight's honor is even sweeter because I share it with both of you. And now to my herd. First, my central office team who supports my sometimes crazy ideas and always has my back. Every single superintendent, assistant superintendent, and principal I've worked for has mentored me and supported me through tears and through accomplishments. Thank you for believing in me, challenging me, and reminding me why we do this work. To my principal team led by Cherie, you are the hardest working, most passionate group I've ever had the pleasure to work with. You keep me grounded, laugh at my horrible jokes, and ask me out for a drink just when I need it the most. Keep standing up for what you know is right for children. Fight for them each day. You are tireless, fearless advocates for our kids. To Lisa and Rebecca, I wish you the best in retirement and look forward to our new version of the first day of school. Now, to PVN staff. You represent all three, my community, my family, and my herd. Thanks will never be enough. What we've created together is special, a place where joy, wonder, and learning live side by side. I truly believe we have built the very best place for our youngest students to learn and grow, a place where colleagues become friends and family, united together by our mission to help children succeed. Most days, coming to work with all of you is like being on the ride It's a Small World at Disney World, one of my happiest places on earth. Thanks, Adam, for that analogy back there. And on those few days that aren't so happy, I have the best support system. My office crew, led by our secretary, Susie, gets things done, all with a helping hand for our little ones, their families, and our staff. My work bestie, Amy Ott, is my counselor, our school counselor, and one of the strongest, bravest people I know. You hold our students and our staff together. You are our glue. PVN teachers and support staff are second to none. I toss out an idea, and the next thing I know, it's buzzing around our building. Why? Because we believe in one another and our ability to positively impact our kids. Your belief in children and in each other has been the magic behind it all for the last 18 years and still counting. Leaving all of you and our students is the hardest thing I'll ever do. But I do so knowing that tradition, environment, and early childhood practices are firmly en route and will forever guide you to make the very best of every day with every student. Finding the wonder and the joy is at the heart of what we believe. Wonder begins with our youngest at our PVs and continues to build with each and every place in this district, teaching kids to think, to question, and to find what they're passionate about. Our Children's Day is directly impacted by our attitudes and our actions. And so I share with you a few ways to find your joy in each and every day. These things have filled my days for 35 years, rain or shine. These are 10 quick thoughts I'd like to leave you with. Jump out of bed 5 minutes before your alarm goes off. 99% of the time excited to go to work. When you're excited, they're excited. Run through your day while showering. Sometimes you just need to give yourself a pep talk. Tell your family that you love them often. Give yourself, your family, your coworkers, and your students grace. You can show them how to turn a mistake into a beautiful oops. Greet your coworkers with eye contact and a smile. You never know what their struggles may be, and you just might positively impact their day. And never doubt that that kindness has a ripple effect, a ripple all the way to each one of your classrooms. Greet your students, your clients, your boss, your customer with a smile at the door. Tell them happy Monday. Don't forget to change the day of the week. That's sometimes hard. Really listen to the people around you, no matter how old or how young they are. Value their opinions. Eventually, make a decision and go with it because you believe in them and you believe in yourself. Give high fives, hugs, and fist bumps, whatever is your style, but connect with those around you and not with a phone in your hand. Truly connect. Work hard, play hard with both your herd and your family. Take the vacation, eat the cake, buy the shoes, make memories. Cry. Cry because you're so passionate you can't help it. Cry because it means that much to you. Laugh. Not the little behind your hand giggle, full-fledged belly laugh with those around you. Children need to see your silly side. Make an impact, the kind that's very hard to walk away from, the kind that you hope positively changes others' lives, the kind you still can't believe they call a job and pay you for. Your joy just might make someone's day. In closing, thank you for allowing me to learn and grow with amazing big people and especially my littles. In the very best place ever, where wonder begins and where elk pride never dies. Thank you.
I don't know the name for it, but for those of you that live in the community and you go to the Americana parade, I think this is public knowledge, but it isn't. It is now. Our grand champion, grand ceremony. Grand Marshal, there we go. It's going to be our own Mindy Klein. So when she goes by doing the wave, you can say, I think I know her. Oh yeah, that exceptional person. Hey, this has been a great night. I'm almost finished. Dave has a little bit to go. We're almost done. I think my wife Pam and I have gone to probably the vast majority of these over the 42 years that this has been held. And so I want to also thank the foundation from its very beginning to today. This event has grown, and it means a lot. It means a lot to the people who are being recognized as family, friends, and especially colleagues. But having a cross-section of the community who believe in what this school system is doing, who believe in what these people today, we saw teachers today, paraprofessionals today, volunteers, parents, a lovely student, the list goes on, an alumnus who's very accomplished. This is very special. So I hope we keep it up for another 42 years, because it is a special day in our school system to gather and recognize this year's recipients, and then again next year's recipients, because these people are working hard every single day to make a difference in someone's life, the life of a child. Thank you very much. Now Dave will present the final award.
Well, thank you, everybody. But most importantly, right now, I'd like to thank Gary for an outstanding job as our MC this evening. So thank you. He embodies the concept of service first. You know, he continues to serve our community. You know, and whenever asked, he's always the yes man. So again, thank you, Gary. Appreciate it. At this point in the ceremony tonight, I'd ask Dr. Rohr to join me up here and accept on behalf of the Centerville Education Foundation our presentation of the plaque to the Board of Education for the outstanding contribution that they make into our community, and maybe share a few words on his behalf too.
It's the only good thing about going last is I'm like the person everyone loves the most because it's the end. So tonight's awards just amazing. Just saying this is going to be the last of my 32 years doing this, and every year I come, it is the highlight of any event, and all of you are just super, super, super people. Of all the recipients, the only disappointment I had was that Dr. Carter didn't become a pediatrician. But other than that, I can live with that. I'm a pediatrician. So, I've obviously had the pleasure of knowing most of the recipients tonight and taking care of a lot of their families, and it is quite an honor. All of you are just stupendous. I want you to know that the school board will continue to fight for public education, fight for your rights. Emily said it best. We're not going to give up. We're going to fight. This state is starting to basically destroy public education, and we're going to do everything we can to keep it. We want you to be able to teach what you want, read what books you want, talk to people what you want, continue the diversity that we have. So just know that will continue, and we will fight and make it right. But again, thank you all for coming. Thank you for the award winners. You're phenomenal people, and we look forward to the parade, Mindy. So thank you. Thank you very much.
But just before we wrap up, then, I want to thank everybody for attending this evening. I hope you all had a great time. The meal was good. And of course, I look forward to seeing you all back here next year. So thank you again for joining us tonight.